Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be just a best of one here from the PGL. Lots of WCAs going on, but yeah, my Back to Warcraft doing all that, so they're quite busy. I am busy with like a lot of other things, so it's kind of saddening to see how I can only do a couple videos each week. That's the bare minimum that I'm gonna try and do, honestly. I'm not gonna try and aim to get out more videos because I just can't afford the time. So anyway, we're gonna have a Night Elf versus Human matchup here. Check spawning in as the blue Night Elf player in the bottom left, and he will be facing off against Tho, the purple human in the top right. He is gonna go for an Ancient of War at a very unique location. Okay. The map is on Secret Valley, but I don't remember a lot, honestly. It's been so long since I've casted Warcraft. But yeah, Demon Hunter versus Archmage it should be. I think this Ancient War is just placed here just in case Tho comes along a little early with his scout and maybe aggro's the camp, but yeah, that's not gonna happen right now. Tho is instead gonna go after those wisps, and well, I imagine it's not too successful in killing that. He is gonna place down a scout farm. It probably will finish in time before that demon hunter pops out, so yeah, nothing too unfortunate for both sides. Though does have a little bit of a late Archmage, but human players do tend to have kind of a late first hero. Hunter Soul as well, so Check is gonna probably go for Huntresses early on. Oh, never mind, the Demon is here, but the farm will most likely be completed. Ooh, it was very close, but Tho is gonna lose himself a peasant along the way. Footman is moving out as well for some scouting. Militia creeping at this Overseer camp. Yeah, not as, I guess, minimal damage received compared to a Night Elf player, because of course the Ancient of War does not receive poisoning, so the Assassin's AI just does not like switch at all. You can see the Ancient of War took quite a bit of a beating there, but that's generally because there was a lot less units over on Check's side to deal with that. So the early Hunter Soul is pretty telling with what Check might be going for. Early Huntresses do deal very nicely against mass footmen, but of course you would generally want to aim to win as quickly as possible if you go for mass Huntresses, because tier 2 Night Elves are kind of horrible against humans at the mid game. I think that's a very valid statement, honestly. I think human compositions in mid to late game is probably the best because their comp is definitely well rounded, and yeah, the hero combination's pretty alright as well. Of course the Archmage doesn't really provide that much later on, but yeah, the Mountain King or whatever the second or third hero will be will tend to be pretty impactful. Demon Hunter did go for an immolation. That is kind of interesting. It's a little weird. Check's playing a little weird right now. He went tier 2, early tier 2 as well, so a couple of Huntresses to maybe deal with the Footman threat, but not mass Huntresses. So I was a little wrong in that prediction there, but it's still kind of weird. And of course Secret Valley has these two Fountain of Health, so Demon Hunter, who did take quite a bit of damage early on, was able to replenish near full. Tho is going for an early expand, and the Demon Hunter might be going for possibly a cancellation here. He does have immolation, remember, so he's going to activate that and try and maximize the amount of damage he can deal. Huntresses are also joining the fray, and they are dealing quite a bit of damage to those peasants. Not much to those footmen. Footmen do have a lot of health, so it's gonna take a while. And the Huntresses actually trapped themselves, so that is really bad on Check's part there. So yeah, those Huntresses most likely will be killed off, as the Archmage is moving around, probably to get that not Cloak of Shadows, Dust of Appearance, and that will be that. TPing back to save the most amount of time, and we are going to have TP Scroll being burned here, so Czech is going to save his Huntresses, but at the cost of his TP Scroll. Yep, that did not actually turn out so well for Czech, unfortunately. And now that the Town Hall has been completed, though is looking pretty good right now. Obviously he doesn't have any sort of tech, but I don't think it matters too much since footmen do seem to hold themselves pretty well. And of course this is probably not the best fight to engage in if you are Czech, because Huntresses do deal very little damage but spread across multiple targets, so if they fight on top of that Fountain of Health, or Immolate for that matter, it's probably not going to be that effective. Though is gonna lose himself to Scout Tower maybe? There we go, it took quite some time, but it did eventually go down. Rune Braces for the Archmage, so if Czech ever wanted to go for Mana Burn or a Panda second, then that would be significantly less effective. And level 3.5 already for the Archmage. That is not good news for Czech in whatsoever, so I don't know. I honestly think it's very difficult for a Night Elf player to actually win in this kind of position right now. Though has to like misplay really hard. He has so much insurance that I highly doubt that he is going to lose. Which is kind of sad, because normally Warcraft games should be all about anticipating instead of actually expecting, but I am expecting that kind of outcome, and we are going to have a lot of damage actually being dealt to all these militia and footmen here. But here comes Though. Will spot a Tree of Life? No, he's going to go after these Ancient of Laws instead. So he is going to pretty much cripple Czech's production capabilities, honestly. He finally did see that Tree of Life. I guess that's why he didn't go after it, because it was very close to completion. But yeah, he was able to cancel both of those Ancient of Laws there. In terms of damage, we have a lot of corpses down here for Tho's side. I'm not sure if Czech actually lost an archer or so, but yeah, a lot of peasants have actually been killed off in this second expansion. And Tho, well, he did cancel the double Ancient of Laws, so it's going to take a lot more time for Czech to actually continue that. He is going to actually hide his Ancient of Laws elsewhere on the map, so we'll see how this goes. Demon Hunter is at level 3 and he is surrounded, but that is exactly what Immolation's for, except he is out of mana. And the Demon Hunter would be pretty disastrous if he actually fell, because he is at level 3. That is definitely a lot more gold to spend to revive that through the altar. But more importantly, more time Czech has to spend to actually revive that hero, so not good. Czech has been surrounded with his vital units for a few too many times already this game, so maybe he should, I don't know, play a little safer, or maybe just play complete passiveness, because he is already in the back foot. And those going after the Altar of Elders. Probably won't be able to finish off that building before that Demon Hunter comes out in time, but he's trying. He's definitely trying. He did pop out an Elemental, but oh, actually no, Czech is probably going to lose that altar if he doesn't bring a couple of Wisps along and try and deal with that. Maybe he needs to detonate onto that Elemental, maybe to reduce the amount of damage output, but it does not look like it's going to be enough. Czech is going to cancel that Demon Hunter and revive through the tavern most likely. He is probably waiting on that lumber because, well, he just lost a couple of Wisps through just sending them to their graves. Ancient walls have been completed. We are pumping out those dryads as quickly as possible. Abolish magic has been completed, so there we go. I was wondering why she didn't actually cast it immediately, but it does not matter. Panda with another level 1 Breath of Fire. Yeah, it is just level 1. Those women do have quite a bit of health before they can actually fall. And we have those dryads starting to stack up in numbers. The slow poison is being applied, and TB staff. What is that? He cancelled the TB staff, so that might actually be a dead Archmage. And it is going to be a dead Archmage. I think though misclicked because the Night Elf army doesn't have any sort of interrupts. Okay, so if Czech wanted to win, that is exactly what he would like to see, though making mistakes, and that was a pretty costly mistake because it was a level 4 Archmage, which is a couple hundred gold already. And it is going to alleviate some pressure here because Tho was on the attacking side. But since he lost his Archmage, he is no longer able to apply pressure, and Czech is going to have some breathing room. He is going to capitalize as much as possible. He is going to entangle the gold mine here, but compared to Tho, who's already mined about 3,000 gold, it's still going to be a struggle. Nagasewich coming out as the second hero for Tho. Okay, the Nagasewich is definitely mixed in my opinion for me. You usually see a lot of Nagasewiches die by the Demon Hunter alone, but of course we'll have to wait and see if this Demon Hunter can actually accomplish that and add another Naga to the death tally, because this guy does not have mana burn, which is a prime killer against Nagasewiches. But no mana burn, only immolate, and of course the Archmage could give over the rune braces to the Naga if the Archmage didn't sell that item. I don't remember if he did. We'll have to wait and see. And Czech is going to get his extension under attack by a lot of footmen. That is actually an absurd amount. Czech is going to have a very hard time actually dealing with this with his own army, aside from... yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Level 2 Breath of Fire and level 2 Immolate. Oh, what? The Nagasewich got killed. How did that happen? I have no idea. Maybe the Dryad's Focus Fire is a little too much. And that is probably how he's gonna win, because that was extremely quick. I didn't expect that Czech had that many Dryads available, and that came at a surprise for probably even Tho, because
player's forces are under attack.
I don't know, he TP staffed right in there, but he is gonna run away immediately as well. Oh, how annoying it is to deal with slow poison. As long as those Dryads keep stacking those slows, Archmage could potentially die, but he is able to run away because the Demon Hunter just keeps getting creep blocked by his own units. I guess it's not creep blocked, it's unit blocked. Oh no, we have a hero Dryad here going in for the kill, and we have an Archmage dead once again. That is the Archmage's second death, and that is very troublesome. He's gonna get revived through the altar. I think that's not necessarily going to happen. Tho needs to revive both his heroes from the tavern immediately, otherwise he's almost donezo, because he has a lot of Dryads to deal with right now, and Footmen don't exactly do well against that, unless they have defend, but I'm pretty sure they don't.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, here we go. Kind of a base race here, but it doesn't really work too well. Oh, no, never mind. Czech did lose himself that expansion. Is he gonna cancel this? Yes he did. Yeah, he did cancel it. That's why the Wisp actually popped out. I think that's how it works. Yeah. But, yeah, the Night Elf army is pulling out because Czech knows that he only has one base left. Even though his buildings are like pretty much spread around the entire map, If he loses his Tree of Lives, then it's basically just a war of attrition and a fatigue war. So yeah, let's see how this turns out to be at TP scrolls. So now you see which not going to take that risk of getting focused down by TP staff. Kind of a tough position for Tho to be in, but thankfully he did deal enough like infrastructural damage on Czech's base that he is forced to rebuild all those minerals he lost, and Czech's going for another expansion again. On Tho's side, he did lose a couple of farms, so he is probably going to be building a couple of replacements as well. I don't think he lost anything major. And the blacksmith is at the expansion, so yeah, nothing to worry about if you're Tho. Just make sure you don't get killed by Dryads again, because they hurt quite a bit, and they do very well against those spellcasters there, so be a little careful. Though we do have mortar teams and riflemen to try and deal with these Dryads, but we just don't have enough of those for Tho's side, so they are going to get quickly focused by those Dryads. Thankfully they are taking quite a bit of time, but the Panda is of course at level 4, so he's a bit of a threat right now. Interesting enough, Czech does not have staff preservation, so this is kind of risky to have low hit point heroes out in the field. And Czech is going to be forced to run away, as I guess there was just a lot of units on their side. Look at all this blue. Look how scattered Czech is. He's gonna finally place down an Ancient of Wonders, most likely for that staff preservation. I'm actually surprised he didn't have one already, but yeah, apparently not.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, more creep camps being cleared out. Czech. I know he has at least level 2 mana burn. Yeah, he probably has all abilities. I did see some evade procs there, so it's probably level 1 evade, level 1 immolate, and level 2 mana burn. Otherwise, the other explanation is he bought a retraining tome and just completely ditched immolate. But I don't know. Warcraft 3 replay system is pretty bad, but that's only because esports wasn't too huge, like
a player's forces are under
what is
attack.
it, 10, 15 years ago? Yeah, something like that. Okay, here we go, another Breath of Fire dealing quite a bit of damage. Immolate is still up, and evade procs are proccing, so yeah, it is level 1 immolate and evasion, and level 2 and mana burn. But that's a lot of units left though. 41 versus 77, that is an insane difference. And can Czech actually survive this time? I mean, it's impressive enough that he's actually managed to play this game for so long, but his days are probably numbered right now, because Dryads just do very poorly against those mortar teams. We have one bear out, but we have plenty of footmen out on the field to try and deal with that. Fork Lightning able to push the Demon away a little bit, and the Panda did go for a Drunken Fire combo there. Those footmen do finally have defend, so those Dryads are a lot less efficient. And Tho has started adding Spellbreakers to the mix here, so it's pretty much the full package here. Full human composition. I guess the only thing we're lacking is maybe knights, but that's just the cherry on top, because I guess this army composition is enough already. Czech is going to lose. He did lose himself the Tree of Eternity as well as the Demon Hunter. GG from Czech, and that is going to be a win for Tho. So although it did take quite a bit of struggle from Czech, in the end Tho still won, and that's probably because of the comp. Yep, I would say so. Although Tho did play kind of shakily in the mid game there, losing his Archmage twice, but regardless, hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys again in the next video.